hope you all had a wonderful weekend. So I welcome you back to the 7th day of induction program of Hsn University. And by now, I know with your friends, with your siblings, with your parents, you all must have an idea of the vision of our Hsn University. Friends, our idea of education not only includes formal studies and formal academic education, but also your mental, physical, spiritual well-being. Our idea is to create the leaders of tomorrow who will know the true value of themselves in conscious harmony with nature. And these leaders who you will be in the future, you will not only get mechanically drained the system, but will create the system of respect, care, and humanity. Nobody but you all will be these leaders and influencers who will not only cultivate their minds and get strengthened physically, but also ready to empower the world by your noble ideas and actions. Friends, today we have amidst us Dr. Mehta, who will Mickey-mize you to get charged for your life ahead. We have, when I spoke to Dr. Mehta last time, remember after that, we are only on WhatsApp and one word, he gets ready and he's charged and he says he will be there. So all those who are reclined, get ready, get straightened, and all those who are sitting on chairs, get ready to come to the edge, because we are going to witness now nothing less than a blast of energy of wellness. This dynamite personality who is on the mission to detonate the human sufferings of disease, decay, and death. The mission to make the world the heaven of health and happiness. It is Dr. Mehta's mission. Today, along with all of you, I'm also super excited to welcome Dr. Mehta, who is one of the most exceptional and unique health gurus to have the power to charm and transform the lives of people tremendously. A warm welcome to you, Dr. Mehta. I call you Mickey Mouse, Mickey. So welcome to Hsn University. But I know you are often called as India's leading holistic health guru. You stand tall as one of the leading holistic gurus and corporate life coaches in the world. So today we thought, why can't you coach our young students who have joined this very young budding university? You have trained many Bollywood superstars, many politicians, Miss Worlds, Miss Indias, police personnel, Army, Navy, and Air Force. You have also published, you have been author and a regular communicator on various television and radio shows. What inspires me is a black belt in martial arts. And you have a versatile and abundant knowledge of dietetics. I remember the session you had with me. You tried to energize me also. Well, I'm on that platform, working on your mission, working on your ideas, and I continue to work on that. You spoke about naturopathy. I remember you spoke about aerobics. You're a master of Zen, Taoism. So I think you are a jack of all. That's what I could say that. And a firm believer in the might of yoga and spirituality. Much more, I believe, about you. I can just go on, but I want my students to know more about you. I also know that you have deep insights of Indian and Western philosophies, a vibrant philosopher who has answers to all of your questions, dear friends, about life. And I'm sure today the chat box should be raining with your questions. And let us see that we are not letting Mehta leave this platform, and he should get stick and magnetized to the digital platform of Hsn University. So a life coach to each one of you who's here to actually, I would say, maximize our potential. So can I rhyme it out? So all those who have joined us to get maximized, to get optimized, to get immunized, to get naturalized, and wellness revolutionized. Yes, here you are with Dr. Mehta, who will ready to get you Mickey-mized. And can I say, even you have that magnetism power in you. I'm sure at the end of the whole program, we will have continuous collaboration with you. And we did think about the School of Wellness. How about School of Wellness at Hsn University? So after this program, we'll continue that zeal and enthusiasm so that we hook on our students to move ahead with that energy. A warm, warm welcome to you, Dr. Mehta, the entire team of KC and HR who are working from last 1 week together as one unison power. And all the students of HR College and KC College, you are so fortunate to hear Dr. Mehta. You will realize at the end of this program. So once again, a warm welcome to each one of you. Beginning of the week and the 7th day of the induction program. Many more speakers are lined up this week. And surely I know that you will sit back and learn a lot from this session too. Thank you so much, Dr. Mehta, for accepting to be part of this program. A warm welcome to you.
Thank you, Hemaji. Thank you so much.
Good morning, sir. This is Professor Pooja Lalwani. Like you said, we will have an interactive session. So the first thing I'm sure our students would like to know, according to you, what is the concept of holistic health? Because I think you really preach that. So what is
the word holistic has a connection with your name, Pooja. Holistic means holy worship of your being. Holy and wholesome worship of your being. Making your life a prayer out of your actions, thoughts, creativity, and productivity. So puja, worship, holy, purity, holy, wholesome. So that is the meaning of holistic, totality. And health means, the etymology of health comes from Latin, heal thy, heal thou, heal them, heal yourself. And health also means organic unity of your being. Orchestration. Can you imagine if 60, 70 billion cells of your being were to behave the way they want to behave, it would be a misbehavior. But if they behave uniformly, it would be healing. It would be health. It would be your coming together. It would be integration. And India taught this world integration. So India taught this world that mindful, mindful, is more important than mindful, mindfull. So mindful, mindful, is full of light of awareness minus the junk of life. So empty the mind and mind the emptiness. Now minding the emptiness, like in school, teachers used to tell us, mind the class. It is mind the discipline. It is be in charge. It is watch the behavior of every child. Now this is not about control. This is about watching, being in charge so that it doesn't get out of control. See, there is a paradox. Never control children. Watch them with love and they will begin to behave themselves. You know, India also leads. Why do we have CEOs and CXOs leading this world, especially in the Silicon Valley, especially in the banking sector, especially in multinationals worldwide? 40% Indians. Why? Because Indians are endowed, bestowed with something called sanskaras, gunas, spirituality, Sanskriti of respect, regard. We considered our teachers, our gurus as gods. We still consider our gurus as gods because guru is the one who dispels darkness and sheds light. And a true guru like Hemaji is the one who allows the students to stand on their shoulders and look beyond without feeling insecure. Can you imagine what is the vastness of a guru of India? And can you imagine the students of the quality of Ekalavya? It wasn't important for Dronacharya to be present there. Just the alignment with the spirit of the guru made him the master of the craft. This is the quality of India. And all you students, I must tell you, you're blessed. You're blessed to be born in India. You're blessed to be a part of this HNC, and you're blessed to be under the leadership, the tutelage of Hemaji, because Hemaji is constantly expanding her Gurudom by expanding her knowledge, wisdom, constantly learning, seeking, and with the humility of a child and with an innocence of a childlike behavior. I'm not saying childish, childlike, sweet, approachable, laughing at a drop of a hat. One who laughs is the best guru. Never go to a guru who is serious, because he'll make you serious. Serious people are only found in ICUs. In life, for life, living, progression, and light of life, we need masters and grandmasters who will make you laugh. Like Sadhguruji, like Baba Ramdev, एक आंख मार मार के इतना हंसाते हैं, और हंसाते हंसाते जिंदगी की अच्छी सीख देते हैं. So my first thing to my students, my dearest students, who are future champions, who are future heroes, achievers, and future leaders, that children, champions are born out of challenges. From the time you are born, you are challenged with a universe filled with more than 60,000 bacteria, viruses, and germs. But because of your mother's love, care, and nutrition of the cosmos, the sunshine, the air, and the light of eternal awareness of your mother, remember, maternal upbringing is more important than paternal upbringing, because maternal love combined with intuition gives child the healing and health the child is looking out for. So the true meaning of holistic health is the health that comes from mother's love. Whether it is a food, whether it is a milk, whether it is a watching with gleaming eyes, or whether it is just putting the child's ears on a breast, on the part of the heart, which is throbbing only health and healing constantly. And that feeling of oneness and that connect with the throb of the mother's heart is akin to connecting with the throb of the universal cosmic pulse. So children, let me tell you one thing today. Very many heroes in life succeed more than others is because their parents and their children taught them, parents and the teachers taught them ahead in time. So today, let me tell you something ahead in time. Follow, pursue your purpose. Don't chase your dreams. People who don't have confidence will chase. You pursue your purpose and let the universe fulfill your dreams. That will be the universe's gift to you. Your purpose is evolution.
Thank you, sir. I'm sure this has really inspired our students, and they will follow your guidelines of spirituality. Sir, also because of the current pandemic, there is a lot of uncertainty among students as well. Would you be able to guide them or tell them how they should not be uncertain or not be anxious?
So let me tell you,
especially when it comes to communication. Yes, sir.
Okay. So let me tell you, Pooja ji, Hema ji, that the reality of life is indeterminism. If you were to ask today a scientist, especially a biologist or a genetic specialist, they will say that 95% of your genes are indeterministic. So indeterministic nature of life is the nature of reality. Unpredictability leads to uncertainty, but uncertainty is a negative connotation. Indeterminism could be an optimism connotation, because indeterministic life can be determined by your conscious behavior. So, yes, the life will be indeterministic. It plays out on the screen. The movie of life plays out on the screen. You are looking at me and I'm looking at you. In the IT parlance is a snapshot, screenshot. But you constantly moving, I constantly moving, and this becoming a scene and a movie is actually a movie. But where this movie is experienced is on the screen of your consciousness and awareness, and which is on your mind, screen of your mind. So if your screen of your mind is empty, it will be able to self-realize and self-actualize the movie which is going on in its right essence. And interpretation of its perspectives and context would be understood in the right light if you're 100% total in here now. So one more thing I want to tell you, be always 100% in whatever you do in that moment so that your life becomes a life of magic. You as a participant becomes a magician, and you as a participant becomes a co-creator of the reality of this universe, of this cosmos. So how do you become a co-creator? We have hands to make our destiny. We have legs to walk towards it. We have eyes to see it, a mind to perceive it, a heart to believe it, and a spirit to achieve it. That is the way you become the co-creator of your destiny. You know, Rig Veda says, now children, you must understand this. This will make you feel like God, and I want to empower you like gods, that you can be the masters of your own destiny. Make your destiny. So the Rig Veda says, we are what our deepest desires are. As are our desires, so will be our will. As will be our will, so will be our intentions. As will be our intentions, so will be our deeds. And as will be our deeds, so will be our destiny. So children, make your deeds, your actions so strong, and never let go a single thought, a single word, a single action, waste. And make the best of the passing moments. I'm not saying make the best by only studying. Make the best by being loving. Make the best by seeing. Make the best by being conscious and aware. Make the best by sharing. Make the best by uplifting, caring. Children, the best exercise for biceps is to uplift the poor. The best exercise for shoulders, strong shoulders, is to take responsibilities of the underprivileged children, go out there and reach out and feed the poor, clothe the poor, reach out with medicines. If nothing, pray for them, love them, hug them, care for them, and this universe will become beautiful. So somebody asked me one day, what is yoga? I said, yoga is the confluence of two energies, yin yang, positive, negative, confluence of polarities. And when when Ganga and Yamuna flow together and meet at a point in Prayag, yoga gives birth to a new reality called Saraswati. Knowledge, wisdom, eternal light. So yoga is a confluence of energy. Now yoga can also be congruence of your sacred geometry with the sacred geometry and the fractal design of the cosmos. Fractal design is just 20-year-old science and understanding of design, which means a design adapts and evolves only to grow and constantly add value to this universe's sacred geometry. And it is the inherent intelligence of this fractal design, which is there as a part of our cellular being also, which constantly evolves, adapts, and learns. Haven't you heard about artificial intelligence? The whole model of artificial intelligence is modeled on the model of consciousness, human consciousness. So children constantly keep evolving, adapting, sharing, caring, learning, and allow yourself space. So when we say chilling, the real chilling would be when you really sit quiet. And quietude, forget the word meditation, allows you to assimilate everything that you've experienced till date and prepares you to open your mind for further experiences and not close it. Remember, an open mind is like a parachute which works and makes you land safely. A shut mind is crash. So an open mind also allows you to assert and affirm in a negative connotation, which is very optimistic, saying why not. An open mind brings you to why not, and thus a birth of Einstein happens. And thus a birth of Deepak Chopra happens. And thus a birth of Bruce Lipton, Roger Penrose happens, Dr. Dean Ornish happens. So why not makes everything possible. Somebody asked a child, what is life? And that was a child who grew in a monastery of Zen monks. And the child said, life is all possibilities.
Thank you so much, sir. That really would have inspired our students, and I'm sure they will not be anxious anymore. Sir, also your Heal the World initiative. It's really inspired millions of people across the globe. So we would really like to know more about it.
You can only heal when you yourself are healed. So let me tell you what is stress. Stress is a negative use of imagination, and a positive use of imagination is creativity. And healing is being creative. Health, because we create health, right? Health happens by default, by birth, but then we have to constantly create health. So let me tell you one more definition of stress, because the previous question was connected with stress. What is stress? Stress is absence of faith. Stress is absence of hope. Stress is absence of creativity, and stress is absence of self-conviction. Stress is absence of light. When you constrict your mind, you will be stressed, because a foggy mind cannot think. When you breathe easy in rhythm, there is a shift in consciousness, and your mind will be open to a million, billion, trillion possibilities. Your five senses will not, your five horses of your five senses will not pull you in millions different directions. Your mind will collectively come together in nam, as, te. Nama. Nama means humility, epistemological humility. You know, pantheism, pantheistically inclined, which means in the wonderment of nature. How do flowers become so fragrant? How do fruits become so sweet? How do birds tweet and chirp? How does coconut water climb up 100 feet? So children should be told about wonderments and miracles so that they begin to believe in miracles. And when you begin to believe in miracles, your life becomes a living miracle every moment. And you will be able to make miracles every moment. And you will become a God, a Krishna, a Christ, a Muhammad, a Mahadev, a Saraswati, a Sita, a Gayatri, a Gauri. They were all humans in seed forms who became God. So divinity is in principles, which we abide by, and we become epitomes of it, embodiments of it, and epicenters of it by personifying it. So teach your children miracles, teach your children complete miracles. And I think this is what we will probably do in the School of Wellness, Hemaji. We will teach our children healing through miracles, healing through intentions, healing through optimism, and healing through creativity. And health is nothing but a composite amalgamation of everything that brings bliss to a human heart, to a human mind, which eventually, subsequently brings your heart in rhythm, your flow of your circulatory systems in rhythm, thus makes you compassionate, benevolent, empathetic, sympathetic, visionary, leadership. So if on one side it is congruence of energies, confluence of energies, congruence of geometry, confluence of geometry, on the other side it is a consonance of your frontal cortex. When you connect with the minds, when 7 billion minds are connected together, consonance happens. And when 7 billion hearts throb together, limbic resonance happens. So this is true health. This is true healing. Healing through compassion, healing, and love is the single most energy. So children, when you date, don't forget to love. Because dating without love will be eating without understanding what food is all about. So when you date, date with reverence, date with relevance, date with a heart, and date with your mind completely involved in it, not with a doubt. A date with a doubt will lead to a disaster. A date with faith will transform everything into love.
so much, sir. I'm sure our students are already victimized, like Hiva ma'am said. Sir, I would also like to know you've been doing a lot of or carrying out a lot of social initiatives as well, like for the World Autism Week or several others. So,
Yeah.
what is it that drives you? I think you've already answered that question partly, but then if you could just tell our students what is it that drives you,
You know,
constantly get going.
yeah, the very fact that we are breathing is the biggest miracle. Can you imagine 60,000 viruses, germs, and bacteria in the environment, and we yet are throbbing with breath?
Yeah.
So, I think what drives somebody is I'm driven by purpose. My dreams are many in life, but I keep them on the back burner because my conscious mind pushes me towards purpose. Dreams are for people who are very materialistic. I too am very materialistic and I have dreams, but my consciousness prevails over my instincts. My instincts want a super steak. My instinct wants fried fish and lobster sandwiches. My instinct wants so many things in chicken, biryanis, lamb biryani. But when my consciousness prevails over my instincts, it allows me to become a vegetarian and be a vegetarian. It tells me that life is about sensibilities, ethical and intelligent eating choices. Life is about sensitivity and, giving liberty to life, to other animals too. That all life is equal and there is no first amongst equals. So humans are not superior to animals. We are only a little fortunate so that we can rise above gods. With our consciousness, a human being can rise above gods. Every children, you must know that you have the potential Jesus Christ and a Shiva and a Krishna and a Muhammad in you and a Buddha in you. You will be able to rise above gods and fall below animals and not fall below animals. Because with your personal choices, you can fall below animals. But with consciousness, you will only rise above gods. So don't use your instincts only for sleeping, for sleep-wake cycle, for hunger, but otherwise use only consciousness. And in your consciousness, you will be free of preconditioned, preconceived notions of life, of experiences, and you will not react out of your past, but you will respond out of now. An enemy might be coming running to you, not to kill you, but to hug you and say sorry. So don't judge. This is why we say don't judge. Your being opinionated will take you away from truth. Because let me tell you, logic is lame. Facts are relative. And truth is constant. Logic is lame. Facts are frivolous. Okay? And reality is relative. But truth is constant. So don't waste your mind in logic. Let the world say one thing, but if your heart firmly believes in something, stand up for it. People thought Einstein was mad when he, in a pensive mood, when it occurred to him when the apple fell, that there is something pulling everybody. So be a revolutionary. Stand up for what you believe in. And that is how you will start a revolution of a different kind. We are all individual students. We are not produced on assembly lines. And individual means indivisible duality. You are a duality, but which you cannot be divided. Akhand, wholesome, holistic, akhand. So let me tell you, the meaning of health is also swasth. But health is such a shallow word. But when you say swasth, swayam mein astha, that makes you swasth. Swayam mein astha and astha mein sthit pragya. So swayam mein sthit, swayam mein upasthit, being deeply anchored in your own belief. So Bruce Lipton says, your belief can change your biology. Dr. Mehta says, your faith can change your physiology. Your breathing can change your hormonology. And prayers and meditation will change your psychology. So swastha gives rise to rhythmic swar, rhythmic saas. Saas से निकले सुर, सुर से निकले स्वर, और सुर और स्वर बनाए हमारी जिंदगी स्वर्ग. And सुर और स्वर से निकले संगीत, और इस संगीत से हम हो जाए तरंगित. And this tarangit is your bioelectricity, which charges you up, which drives you. So one more answer, Pooja. What drives me is my bioelectricity, out of my optimism, out of my being driven by purpose. And now that Hemaji has once again approached this point of School of Wellness, my God, the acronym for that is SOW, sow. We will sow a seed of healing in this universe. And we will bring the world to this university on this digital platform. This is what I pledge my life towards from today onwards. This will be my new purpose.
Thank you so much, sir. We are going to keep that in mind. So Pooja ma'am and Hema ma'am, I'm sure we should come up with the School of Wellness. Thank you, sir.
And Pooja ji will be the principal of that School of Wellness. I will be only a shadow guide. Pooja ji will be the principal of the School of Wellness.
Definitely not. No. Sir, when you are there, I don't think anyone else can do that. That can play that role. Sir, also you talk a lot about green workouts. So I'm sure students would like to know what is a green workout.
Okay. So, students, have you seen human beings fly when they do parkour? It gives emotional freedom. And emotional freedom comes with freedom of working out with bare hands and bare legs with intelligence, not with equipment. So I had coined this beautiful line: be lean, don't be mean, plug out from the machine, plug into your heart and go green. So work out with your heart and creativity. Work out with your body weight. Work out using gravity. Use gravity, use directions, use dimensions. Use postures in poetry. So asanas, when they are in sequence, vinyasa yoga, they become postures in poetry. And asanas means asan, means postures in poetry. And a means the seat of awareness, the seat of awareness, a point when you get centered in a convolution of contraction and stretch. And your center of awareness can perceive the world. And in that stretch and contraction, the discomfort translates into comfort. You open up. You get centered. And life translates into patience, tolerance, because you're sitting in patience in every asana. You're tolerating the strain of the body in every asana. So you come to terms with life. So tolerance, patience. Your body gets challenged to become resilient. Your body's tenacity grows. So you become tenacious in asanas. So asanas in freehand green workouts transform you as a person, as a character, as a personality. So they translate into evolution of mankind. So green workouts result into evolution of mankind. Guys, remember, girls don't like big and huge muscles. They like lean, athletic body. And they will get attracted first to your smile before anything else. So don't bother how you look in your features. If your smile comes out genuinely from your heart, they will fall a prey to it. So smile naturally, laugh naturally, and make girls laugh a lot. Make them happy, and I'm sure they will say yes soon. But don't forget to respect them, regard them. Don't forget to treat them on a higher pedestal. Because why in India we call women or ladies devis? Because women know only how to give unconditionally. They know how to forgive unconditionally, love unconditionally, share unconditionally. And especially your mothers, they are your first gods, first devis. And a devi is completely, she's a metaphor for a universal womb. So every woman is a metaphor for a universal womb because she gives rise to life which can do unimaginable things on this earth. The scientists of the world the philosophers of the world, the sages of the world were all born from this womb. So this womb is very holy. This womb is very divine. Children, don't treat sex as very trivial, very frivolous. Sex, when it becomes love, it has the opportunity for becoming worship. So enter into sex with an intention of making it a love, an act of love, and thereafter rising to the act of worship. And in that oneness and unison, you will give rise to new entities and attract new, better souls.
Thank you so much, sir. Thanks a lot. I'm sure all the students will really take note of that. And sir, also we have heard of your concept of wealthy. And what is that concept? I would really like to know.
Okay, so this concept of wealthy is that if you're happy, smiling in joy, and if all your faculties are working well, forget the pathological reports, just dump them in the bins. So then take a picture of yourself and say, I'm well. You remember this movie, Three Idiots? All is well, all is well.
Yes.
So all is well and all should be well. And wellness should be a state and not a condition, because conditions change, state is constant. So wealthy reminds you of the state of wellness, your state of vibrance, your state of radiance, the light which emanates out of you, out of the throb of your heart, out of the bioelectricity of the biochemistry which emanates out of your physiology, out of your thought, word, and deed, out of your drive, out of your spirit. So take Wellfees and please tag me on your Instagrams, on your Facebook, on your Twitter. Follow me on my Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Pooja, please share my handles with them. They are verified handles. I want my children. I want my future generation. Forget India. Why should be selfish that they will change and transform India? They should make this universe a better place. You know, children, I have 10 commandments of wellness. And my first commandment is, I'm sure very many will resonate with it. Make wellness the religion number one. Religions will divide you. Wellness will reunite you. Wellness will cleanse you, purify you, regulate you, integrate you, energize you, revitalize you. And in that, your devotion will rise. And then with that devotion, you can become a better Hindu, better Christ, better Muslim, better Parsi, better Sikh. So let wellness be the religion number one. I think, Hemaji, we can start a multi-faith temple in your building so that we have no pictures, no idols, and people, girls and boys can simply come and sit in deep reverence of this universal power. So that, only then they will know that there is something without brand. Because gods without brand, they listen to you more, the universal. So let wellness be the religion number one. Number two, start a wellness revolution for human evolution. And the human evolution can only be triggered by purpose. Yeah, so be purpose driven. Number three, I would say, children, instead of making strong biceps to lift weights, make strong biceps to uplift the poor. Use your parents' wealth to share as much. And one of your purpose of earning life, not making money in life, but earning in life, should be to share your wealth. And don't share your wealth being an accountant of it by 10% and 20% guidelines. Give it all away if you can. This does not literally mean that. It means give whatever you can with your heart. Flow with your heart, not with your mind. And then you will never have a heart disease, I promise you. It can be documented that limbic resonance of giving, sharing, caring, the happiness and joy coming out of that will reduce the aging markers of life, which includes hypertension. It can be biologically measured on the metrics. Yeah, in the matrix of biology or on the spectrum of biology and physiology. So that will be, the number 4, take responsibilities of the underprivileged. We all speak about philanthropy, big philanthropy, that when I will become big, I will do that. And when I become big, I'll do that. No, start now. You have maids in your house. You have drivers in your house. You have cooks. You have cleaners. You have sweepers in your society. You have watchmen in your society. They are the most exploited people. They get paid only 12,000 for 14 hours of work. They can barely have time to cook their meals, sleep, wake up, go to toilet, bathe, and be on duty again. So make sure the first-hand food of your cooked kitchen, from your kitchen, goes to them, share with them. Make sure your maids eat before you eat the same food. Don't have separate food and separate ration for them. That's number 1. Number 2, make sure your driver has eaten his meal before you keep asking him to drive me here, drive me there. Keep checking with your driver. Share your meals with him and share your driver's food sometimes to know whether he is making enough money to eat a decent meal. I have eaten with my driver's dabba a million times. My driver has been with me for 8 years now. Okay? Then also your laundryman who comes. Then the vegetable vendor who comes at your doorstep, don't squeeze them hard. If you want to squeeze hard, go to a Louis Vuitton showroom and squeeze them hard. Negotiate with them. Negotiate at the Armani showroom. Seek discounts there. But don't squeeze your milk vendors, your fruit vendors, your vegetable vendors, because they are making paltry sums and they are still selling on streets because probably they live on streets also. So uplift them. Okay? So, one second. Just getting a little too emotional and sensitive. Okay. So
Thank you
share
so
as
much,
much.
sir. We will really, yes, sir. We will remember your 4 mantras of wellness. The most important being that we should be empathetic to the ones around us. And
Very
I think,
much.
like you previously said, the best exercise for biceps is uplifting the poor. So I hope all our students do take note of that. Sir, the next question I would like to ask you, how do you think the students should spend their time productively at this time?
Okay.
Because they do end up wasting a lot of time.
So, a few hundred years back, we had more wise and intelligent people than intellectual people. Intellectuals were born in the 4 walls, but intelligence and wisdom was born in Shantiniketan's of the world. I saw a very wonderful thing some 3 years back or 4 years back when I had gone to my daughter's design school in New York called Pratt Institute. And it was springtime or summertime, and I saw teachers taking class in the lawns while I was walking through. It was such a beautiful experience. We have forgotten that. So children, fields and farms are the food for your mind and spirit. So eating from the fields and farms, connecting with the fields and farms, spending time in fields and farms and gardens will make your life very fragrant. Why the modern man today has once again seeking working out outdoors, in parks, in gardens, in fields, and resorting once again to sports? Because they are fed up of the concrete. The very feel of the fresh air, the very feel of the open vastness of the sky, the very feel of the trees, the chirping birds, the lawns, will give you a connect with the elements which will charge up your internal elements, the elements you are born of. Children, you must know that 72% of your being is water, 12% of your being is earth, 6% is air, 4% is fire, and 6% is akasha. That is the ether. So give rise to all the elements in your body by mingling with the elements. Play a sport. Sit at the seaside. Take a walk with your family. Try and experience sunrises, sunsets, full moon, stars, smelling of the grass, smelling of the orange. Eat loads and loads of fruits every day from morning to afternoon, and you will never have to take multivitamins. You will never get COVID. You will never get any infections because vitaminize yourself with natural food. Try and be as much a vegetarian or a complete vegetarian. Try and eat before sunset and see how your health grows, how you get a very good night's sleep. You will not struggle to sleep. You will never have to take psychiatric medicines. You know, Pooja ji, I'm working privately with so very many families where children are suicidal, they are bipolar, they are schizophrenic, and it takes a great deal of work because they've been neglected children by parents, and to bring them back on track. So my suicidal patients' children are now married and happily settled and healed. So I work with very many drug addicts also, and they are free of drugs. You go to a psychiatrist, he will load you with drugs. But SOS drugs are important. Medicines are important. Okay? But you have to wean them off. Otherwise, future, they will get Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, cancer, because medicines will slow you down, they will interrupt your functions, they will ruin your intelligence, and they will ruin your physiology and biological responses. So tell our children to recreate in the open. Spend time in the open fields. Play games, meet up with friends, play football. Not to win, not to score a goal, but to enjoy the brotherhood. To enjoy the sisterhood of throw ball, basketball. Play kho-kho, do langdi. You know, these were the games we were brought up and we grew with. And they will turn into a man. So be with the Prakruti. Prakruti will make you a Purusha. And Purusha will make you a Purushottam. And Purushottam Rama. And Rama means nothing. The reverse of Rama is Amar. Eternal life. And if you are the victim of Man, you will remain a Manushya. You will never become a Purak, a Purusha. So children, try and be whole, try and be complete, try and be total.
Thank you so much, sir. I really hope that our students spend more time with nature. And like you said, they become a Purusha and not Manav, or not engrossed with their own mind or their own
So
self.
Pooja ji, when things open up, one thing, when things open up completely, let's take your children out for spiritual excursions in nature. Learning and experiencing. Yes. For spiritual growth, let's take them out 10 days, 15 days, 1 week, 4 days.
We have an environmental and a spiritual ID with them.
Super. Done.
Definitely, sir. Definitely. So there is one student asking how to overcome overthinking.
Okay. So when you're not attentive in the moment, you will be hyperthinking. Pay attention to what is in your plate. Listen to what is happening now. Taste the saliva in your mouth now. See what's happening around you now. Smell. Now, smelling is not of the aroma or the odors. Sense. Smelling is sense what is happening around you. And your mind will never be in the overdrive. Also, taking long showers will bring you in here now. Sitting quietly in your balcony outside, take a lot of sunshine. If every child wants to become a champion leader of tomorrow, prepone your sleep time, prepone your wake up time by 5-10 minutes every week, and try and wake up in the hour of 7 and see you will become a champion. Your intelligence will grow naturally. Take sunshine and your serotonin will secrete naturally. You will become a powerhouse of wisdom and intelligence. Life will happen to you. You will become a great magnet of light and learning. And make people laugh, sing, dance, enjoy. Hug your parents, hug your grandparents. Sleep in their lap, take their love, you will be healed. No virus will ever touch you. Your immunity will go up with a touch of empathy and compassion.
So on the same lines, there is another student asking how to take decisions when we are anxious and worried.
So anxiety and worry, you must stop in completely. Pause. Press the pause button. And in that pause is an opportunity to reset. I want to tell you how meta-humans are born. There is chromosomal combustion within us. The chromosomal combustion, when we are burdened with, can become a can become a compelling catastrophe, or if you choose consciously, can become a catalyst for creativity. Let's take the example of a caterpillar. So whenever you are stressed out, whenever you are deeply anxious, stop, shut your eyes, seek a corner, and simply breathe. Primarily better near the windows, near the doors, near the balconies. So when you are seeking space, this is the space you must seek. And this will open up your doors of your mind to give you solutions for everything. Samasya is a part of living life. Samadhan is always hidden in the consciousness of your being. So, in the consciousness of your being, is subjected to your relaxful seeing, calm seeing, collected seeing. So, if you're calm and collected, you will see all the solutions. Because the solutions were born before the problems. Solutions are always there. Problems we gave rise to. Virus is birthed out of human behavior. We are eating into the habitats of the forests and the animals, and we are coming in contact with their diseases and virus. We are making our bodies, which were born to be gardens, gutters. So we are purging out the cells. Virus is a purge of a dead cell. Also, remember one thing, that be a victor, not a victim. Vaccines are for the weak. Wellness is for the wise. The lifespan of a virus is not more than 14 days. But a human lifespan is more than 14 billion years of history of evolution. Our consciousness has evolved, especially in the last 4 or 5 billion years. Right from the time we were, a speck of chemical found on a rim of a volcano. Yeah? So, be active, be healthy, eat lots of fruits, love your parents, take the blessings of your teachers and your parents, treat them like your first gods. You don't need to believe in any religion but the religion of parenting and Gurudom. And trust me, your life will become a beautiful place to stay in. Miracles and magics will happen to you.
Students, I hope you all realize that wellness is for the wise. And yes, sir, there is one more question. How do you develop consciousness and be aware all the time? So I think it's on the line of.
So you give rise to consciousness by switching off gradually. So when you're sitting quietly or taking a shower, okay, or smelling fruits, smelling flowers, mingling in the nature, you give rise to consciousness. Because consciousness connects with elements, triggered by elements. It is the flavor and the essence of the elements. It's the fragrance of the elements, which makes you very alert, very astute, very wise. It gives you 360-degree perspective, 360-degree perceptions and context. You become very contextual. So practice silence or go to any mandir, any masjid, any church and sit quietly and absorb the energy of that spiritual place. So either sit in nature. See why we go to gym, because the environment of the gym makes us work out. So go to the environment of a spiritual place and absorb the energy of strength and you will come back strong.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. So I wanted to know, you were talking about like being in a silent place. Do you think that there are other forms of meditation, like sound meditation, which have a certain amount of noise involved? Do you think those are as effective?
So let me tell you that meditation first comes in the attitude and not in the practice. Meditation is not about doing anything, it's about stop doing everything. Meditation is
Right.
about being, just being yourself and being in the moment. Also, yes, if at all we were to understand or look at or listen to the ocean waves, pay attention to the waves, that sound of waves will change your endocrine behavior. A vision of colorful flowers will shift your consciousness and make immunomodulators flow. A smell of a good flower, a fragrance of a good essential oil can uplift your mood and bring confidence from lethargy, from anxiety. A taste of good food like pomegranate, like tulsi leaves, neem leaves, like a sitafal, will immediately uplift your completely immunomodulators and make it secrete. And vitality will begin to flow even before food touches your stomach, because it's the signaling of your neurotransmitters that what is coming your way. See, when you sense something bad, you get a hair-raising experience. So our body is very sensitive to signals. So you do all these things and you will become a superhuman, a meta-human.
Thank you so much, sir. So one more question. You were talking about our food habits in the middle, like we should become compassionate, or like obviously how you became compassionate, or you eat only vegetarian. Do you think that our lifestyle or the kind of food that we eat, like even if it's only vegetarian, but let's say we're eating junk, does it really affect our mental health?
Certainly. So the father of medicine, empirical medicine is about measuring everything, quantifying, qualifying. But for the first time, the father of medicine, Hippocrates, said, let thy food be thy medicine. You can literally have the kitchen full of medicines. So vegetables cleanse you, purify you. Fruits heal you. Nuts, seeds, roots fortify you. And herbs regulate you. Isn't that wonderful? So when you eat junk, the influence of that food on your mind will be that of junk. When you eat pure, it will be pure creativity, pure enthusiasm, pure productivity. You will never feel low if you eat a lot of fruits. I have treated drug addicts with fruits. I have treated schizophrenics and bipolar depressed people with fruits, vegetables, dry fruits, not with medicines. I've treated them with sunshine. I've treated people who are in deep pain and want to commit suicide with food, with love, with hugs, with prayers, with pilgrimages, and spending time with the making parents, meet them more, spending more time. Only more love changes the scenario. More attention changes the scenario. It is said that energy flows where the attention goes. So you put your intention, you put your attention. So you put your attention onto something, you energize it, you put intention into it, you transform it.
So much, sir. Thanks for answering the question. In fact, I myself wanted to know that, like, whether the kind of food I eat will it affect my
Tattva gun.
mental
See, for pure tattva, tattvas are the elements. Eat sattva. Sattva gun, sattva sanskar, sattva sanskriti. Okay?
I'll definitely remember. Energy flows where the attention goes.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. So there's one student who's asking, my friend is unable to have a sound sleep at night. Her brain is occupied with too many thoughts and visuals which she can't even recall in the morning. And hence
Ah,
she feels sleepy and tired the entire day.
ah.
So is there any solution to this?
So, lethargy is the tamas. tamas gun. Lethargy comes in by tamas gun, which means you make your mind an attractive magnet to attract all the negative thoughts. Thoughts are in the universe, but don't line up, don't attach, don't align, don't invite. Choose what you want to think. Send out a powerful thought in the universe. And one step further from being positive is make declarations. I am happy. I will be happy. I am healthy. I am healing. I will be healing. And I will heal everybody around me. Every human being can become a healer. Okay? Every child can heal. Every parent can heal a child. So make positive declarations and you will heal the mind. So lethargy goes out by positive declaration. Positive declarations imprint on your DNA will switch on your genes to behave in a way with enthusiasm, will bring back the flow of enthusiasm. Your serotonin, your oxytocin, all the other positive hormones, your opiates will begin to flow in synchronicity. Your body will get synergized, synchronized. Your unit rhythm will get synchronized with the cosmic rhythm, with all such things.
Thank you, sir.
You know something? You know something? I'm calling this our university, Hemaji, because I feel I'm connected to you. In our university, we must pledge that let's give rise to future gods, not future leaders. Future gods,
Thank you, sir. So can we take one more question? We have more in the chat.
Okay.
So, how to inculcate self-belief? I think sir has already answered that. I think I'll move on to the next one. We are always told to get up early and study, but there are people who can only concentrate at night and study. Is that a wrong practice, sir?
I'll tell you, every religious guru, every spiritual master tells you wake up in the morning and go to temple, mosque, church. Why does every spiritual master tell you to wake up early morning and go to the temple, mosque and church? It's not to pray. So that you can step out, take sun, take fresh air, open up your mind, ignite your passion. With the environmental energy, with the cosmic energy, cosmic nutrition, nourish yourself with the cosmos. This was the reason everybody tells you in spiritual texts to step up and go out. I will tell people step up, step out and go out to an ocean, to a park and slow exercise there, sit and take sunlight on your head. And see, your learning will be more fruitful. Your grasping will come to more fruition. When I work with schools, I just recently concluded a program with JBC and schools. We did a 4-month program with the Parel School and Lokhandwala School, in which we did a program of concentration, memory, expansion, focus. And I insisted that my class should be first in the morning. And I insisted that I should take them out in the open, and they allowed me full hand. And I took them out on the terrace, in the play fields. I got them connected with the sun, and the 6-hour sleep turned into enthusiasm. And a 5-hour sleep translated into inspiration for the day, because they could breathe out the exhaustion and charge up their batteries again. And in turn, they will be able to sleep earlier then, because then they will get sleepy early. Then they will feel a well-exercised body will be synchronized with the circadian rhythm and will want to fall asleep by 10:30. A body with tamas gun will drag you. A body with sattva gun will, elevate you, enthuse you, incite you.
Sir, so we have many more questions, but I think we won't take more of your time. Hemlata ma'am and Pooja ma'am, should we conclude? And of course, sir.
Have you gone through the questions which are there? All questions?
Yes, ma'am. There are more questions, sir. You do have the time, then I'll take more questions.
Okay, tell me exactly, because,
5 minutes. Check the questions on the chat box.
5 minutes more. There are 3 more questions.
Always remember, when somebody asks for 5, give 7. I'll give you 7.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Surya has put the questions. Just read through and take it forward.
Yes,
Can
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'll do that. So there's one question. How do we not think about others' opinions or get influenced by others' opinion of
Okay.
ourselves?
So let me reiterate to the term when I said individuals. We are individuals. Every Maruti 800 car manufactured on an assembly line will behave the same. But every human born in the same moment need not behave the same. So an individual, if you regard your individuality, if you respect your independence, if you respect your own freedom, you will be independent of criticism, independent of glory, independent of what people think, and follow the throb of your heart, your conviction. I'm saying follow the conviction. Be an indivisible duality. Be rooted in yourself. Be completely rooted in yourself. Okay? And once you're completely rooted in yourself, you will never be influenced by what others will think. Let the world think the junk. If your belief, if your experiential life, if your experiential wisdom wants to take a stand for the truth against the world's opinion, please be firm in it. Remember one thing, many a times revolutionaries are known posthumous, but doesn't matter. So be it. You still be firm, be cemented in your belief. And your belief should be experiential. Believe me, it should not be a hearsay. Don't believe it because others are saying it. Believe it because you've experienced it. And it is in your blood, bone, and marrow. And then you want to bet your life on it. Can't hear you. Can't hear you.
So one student is asking, how to be firm on what you have decided. I think you already said that we should just believe and go ahead with it and not change because our thoughts keep changing. So how do we not change our decision? And
Okay, so
firm
let
and
me tell
dedicated?
you. So let me tell you one thing. If ever you need to compromise in life, do it only to serve a larger interest. Because yoga teaches you agility of the body, agility of the mind. And drop your ego to compromise, because if it serves a larger interest, you must compromise. That is what life is for. Your life is a gift for this universe. So if your life cannot be a gift to this universe, your life is useless. So if you need to compromise, compromise. But if you need to be firm, if your firmness will help life in longer run, we don't allow a child to eat mud from the garden. We don't compromise there because we know that is not good in the long run. So you must understand where to give in, where to not. Don't allow your ego to hold you on to something which your heart gets convinced but mind still wants to refuse. Yoga is about let go. And yoga is about letting it be also. Yoga is about relevance, regard, and reverence to the opposite. And the paradox is there is no opposite. Everything is but just a reflection of you. So even if you're giving in to yourself.
So there is one student who's asking any diet you would suggest to keep us physically and mentally healthy. I think you already answered on the mental front. Yeah.
So anyway, let me tell you, diet is passé, nutrition is in. Diet could be regional, communal, therapeutic, junk. And nutrition is everything that you consume, nourishes you, including sunshine, fresh air. I eat breath for breakfast. I consume a lot of sunlight. I nourish in my sleep. I nourish in my yoga workouts. I nourish when I love the others. I nourish when I receive the love of the others. I nourish myself in a massage. I nourish when I empathize with people. Food comes at number 10.
I'm sure, I hope our students realize that. Ma'am, we are done with all the questions in the chat box.
So
So,
let me, madam, when you want to do your observations, do that, and after I'll give a parting note after that.
okay, sir. Okay, so I feel that I hope actually that all our students realize or they are inspired, they are revolutionized, and they are Mickey Mouse. So I myself am feeling so. So I hope all our students are feeling so as well. I hope they realize that it is more about going within your mind, like you said. It is about the four mantras of wellness. It is about realizing how we should be empathetic towards the poor and other people around us, and even compassionate towards animals, like you said. So I'm sure the students have a lot of takeaways from today's session. You said, it is more about becoming a purush, not a manav. So
Manav.
thank you so much, sir. It was really an enlightening session. I'm sure everyone would agree to that. And we are really looking forward to many more such sessions with you, and obviously a collaboration like Hemlata ma'am and Pooja ma'am said. So
So
thank you so much,
Hemaji,
sir. Thanks for
so
time.
Hemaji, if you don't mind, you can appoint Poojaji as the conduit between us, so that we can
Oh,
expedite and facilitate. So
yes.
I will finish my session by saying this: Manushya wo jo man ka mara, पुरुष वो जो प्रकृति से ज्यादा, और पुरुष वो जो पुरुष उत्तम हो और पुरुषोत्तम हो, जिससे रामा की मर्यादा का अंदाज हो. And thank you so much. My gratitude to all the gurus of the world, Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, BKS Iyengar ji, Sri Sri Ravi Shankar ji, Sadhguru ji, Baba Ramdev ji, Ma Hansa ji, and Sadhu Vaswani ji. Recently, I did a camp for Sadhu Vaswani ji's children unit, the youth unit, global unit of all the yoga teachers. And I have a lovely link of that. I will share it with you. You can ask one of my office people. They will share the link of the same. And Himaji, I would request you to make small nuggets of the whole interview and also the whole link put together and share it with the universe of the students worldwide, so that it remains the contribution of your university to spread light, and let us give rise to meta-human, vibrant and radiant humans from your university, and not just learned humans. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I am sure all the students will now agree that empty the mind and mind the emptiness, like you said.
Mind the emptiness.
So, mind the emptiness. Thank you so much, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, so I'm Dr. Mickey Mehta, my dearest friend, who I call Mickey. Today I'm reminded of Mark Twain's words. There are two important days in your life, the day you are born. And I remember you telling me this when you had come last time in my office, and you said the day you find out why. And I think that's very important. And today when I heard your conversation with Pooja and all the students, though they cannot reach out their voices, but they could reach out with their hands. But that communion is important, that communication, the conference is important. So that was very, very, very insightful, covering up about the human mind and human body, the connection with the cosmos. And when you were talking about the universe, every time I felt like looking up the sky. And when I look up the sky, and always I perceive it to be infinite. So when you talk about the sky and reaching out the sky, it gives you your perception about how infinite you are with your knowledge, and how much you have shown the capacity to grow, and how much students can actually open up the brackets and they can reach out to that infinity. So I believe for me, friends, my dear students who are watching this program, Dr. Mickey Mehta was brought to you because he's a brand in himself. He's an institution in himself. He's inspired millions of people around the globe. Imagine if Dr. Mickey Mehta is with you, means what we are wanting you to, we want you to reach, and how we are wanting you to find out that why, the purpose of your life. So on behalf of Hsn University and on behalf of all the students who are watching this program. Dr. Mickey Mehta, thank you so much for being part of the induction program to our first batch of Hsn University, and of course their families who are watching this program. And this is the beginning. Every mentor whom we have called, they fall into the group of a mentor list, and you have to take us, all of us, forward. So if you say School of Wellness, I'll be the first student. So that's how I believe myself, a student. I continue to remain a student with my colleagues. So we would a lot to learn from you. And I think no word can express a big thank you to you. So my gratitude, my pranam to you, and continue guiding us always. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Himaji, I make a wish today that under your leadership, may your university shine more than Harvard, Stanford, Oxford, Cambridge, always. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And the last word before I say bye to my youngsters, thank you so much for joining today. Tomorrow, get up early, 10:30 should log on. And every day I want to increase the time. You have been so used to getting up late. So I'll start shifting the programs a little early, 10:30.
I think now we should shift it to eventually to 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. No, not really, but after the induction program gets over. And tomorrow, the next speaker for you is Mr. Baman Irani ji. I don't need to introduce him. So, Mickey Mehta ji, why don't you join? And he's going to talk about his journey in this, the world of passion and talent, and how you have to be as simple as you can imagine to be. So thank you for joining, and all the parents continue waking your children up a little early so that they join in. Anyways, on YouTube, they can continue watching, and please forward this. As Dr. Mickey Mehta said, please forward to your friends, and there's no boundary. It should reach out to all the countries. Thank you so much. And Dr. Mickey Mehta, thank you for such a wonderful day you gave us.
Thank you, Pooja ma'am.
Thank you, Pooja ji. Thank you.
And thank you, Pooja, and the entire team of KCHR. You all rock. God bless you. Take care and stay safe.
Ma'am, with your permission.
Yes, please, yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.